We are at the Super Kmart Center. Hell yeah. I'm going to go in the left door because they're always closed at the other Super Kmart Centers I've been to. Now, I've only been to the one, which was Hillsboro, which unfortunately was closing down, and there's supposed to be a Rural King taking their place, but there's a little issue of them in talks with, I guess, Rural King, the Sears Holdings, that is. So here's our Super Kmart Center. Interestingly enough, unless there's somewhere else, I don't see a store closing sign. So, but we have a Kmart worker getting out of a car to my left. But we got the pharmacy. That right there on your left, that's where the, like a sunroom, eatery, deli type thing is. That's what I'm really interested in. I'm interested in the fresh food, all that. That's why I'm actually up here. Because this was about a 5-hour drive for me. I left at 8:15. It is now 3 o'clock. I stopped at the Cambridge, Ohio, former Super Kmart converted to Super Kmart, then, back to Kmart. So basically, they don't have the two entrances like this one does. So I'm going to be going on to the one on the left. That is so cool.
That too.
Oh, yeah, I'm shooting of the Super Kmart meats and that.
Yeah.
I'm from Cincinnati. I drove all the way up just to check this.
To be in the last Kmart, right?
The Super Kmart. I had no idea they existed until, oh gosh, it was maybe sometime towards the end of last year. I went out to Hillsboro, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And they just, unfortunately, I think that one. This is the beer or alcohol control cooler. That's awesome. Voodoo Ranger. I like that. That reminds me of like a Pal Peralta skateboard graphic from back in the day. There was a Mountie skeleton. Used to have a lot of skeletons on their boards. This is so cool. Oh, Miller Lite. Yeah, they got the signs, the glowing signs, the neon. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah. I'm so glad I drove up. I mean, in the rain, nonetheless. But I'm used to driving in the rain because I think I drove to Chicago first time ever in the rain. But yeah, this is so cool. Super Kmart Center, and they got produce. This is so cool. This is one of the coolest things about here. They got some nice produce too. These peppers over here are giant. Like that. It's a huge pepper. Mushrooms. Heart healthy. Then this is totally cool, the fresh bakery and deli. And then they have the area where you eat up front. This is just, it's so cool. Ooh, donuts. Now this is cool too. They got the cookie hut. It's just so cool. Man, like 0 trans fats, non-hydrogenated. I always been talking about that for years. So cool. So awesome. We got pickled eggs. Those are trip, man. They look like Easter eggs. Cool. So cool. Welcome shoppers. If you are disabled and need help, please stop at our customer service desk. Service animals welcome. So I'm just getting ready to head back to good old Cincinnati. Just checking out the outside of the garden center. I guess, I don't know if that might be a Kohl's or not Kohl's, like a office, jeez, Home Depot, there you go. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, there's somebody else in line to basically take this thing over. At least from one of the news stories I've read, they said like there's been talk since sometime last year or a year ago or something. So yeah, they were just waiting to put this on the chopping block. And yeah, you got once again these cool bigger parking lots. It was a nice drive up. So yeah, unfortunately it's closing. I went in the game room, but there were like no games working. Got the cool hello. So yeah, unfortunately it's closing. Let's see, solicitation of printed materials of any kind is not welcome. So basically, yeah. Oh, they must have had pigeon issues, so they got the nets up there. Get pigeons roosting and they will crap all over everything. So yeah, once again you got the parking lot. Yeah, it's interesting up here. I'm trying to think, that's one of the, I don't know if that's Field and Stream, the building all the way in the back. Because that reminds me of one that one of the outdoors, you know, stores that I went to up in Dayton, Ohio. I found it, interestingly enough, I think looking for video games. And then chanced upon it again when I knew it was there when I went up to a Kmart up there. So yeah, once again you got a lot of carts. They're so cool. So yeah, when I was inside, the one lady was basically doing the exact same thing I was, shooting video and photos and that. There you go. Oh, I'm glad the website had different hours. So yeah. There's a trip coming up. I mean, I just had to see part of history. Got the Super Kmart Center sign right up there. Last in the world besides what you call a Kmart in Guam, which is just gigantic. It's raining. Well, one more look at the Super Kmart Center. It was pretty darn cool, I must say. I'm glad I drove up to see it. It basically took me 5 hours, right around there, I think it is. This map thing, I forget what it would have told me. It took me 5 hours based on like the route I took because I went to another Kmart, but I think this map quest or whatever the heck this thing is tells me Yeah, it would take basically 5 hours. But it was worth it. It was cool. I don't know. It's just neat to see something that you don't see. I don't know. That's just cool to me. It's like going to fairs. Part of Americana that will soon be no more. Closes in April.